Hello humans, Master Interflex here, bringing you the low quality content you deserve. And last night, we got some new Blackwings announced. And man, I know what you're thinking. Oh, really? Blackwings? That hasn't happened in like 4 months. How is that possible? Well, see, the thing is, if you've been keeping an eye out on the Blackwing card pool, you will know that this deck actually has a ridiculously absurd amount of spam power. But the weakness of Blackwings is there's absolutely nothing in their extra deck that allows it to matter. So despite the fact that you could summon 30 bajillion Blackwings from your deck, it doesn't matter because there's no boss monster, there's no extra deck stuff that actually allows you to do something interesting with this. Until this support. So, I'm going to show off 2 different combos. One with basically 0 garnets. It doesn't play any cards you wouldn't already play. And then one where we add a few garnets to make it a much more powerful combo. So for this one, we'll do the no garnets combo. And we need Shamal, a new one, and Saturi, another new one. So Shamal, we'll go ahead and activate it first. It allows us to discard it from the hand, or field, I think. But it's probably just really the hand. To go ahead and set a new card, Black Feather Whirlwind, from our deck. And then we'll go ahead and normal summon another new one. When this card is normal summoned, we can search any card in our deck that lists Black Winged Dragon in its card text, which will be yet another new one, Vata to the Knave. Now this card is pretty ridiculous. We can go ahead and special summon it from our hand by its own effect. We can only do that once per turn. But this card is Blackwing Fusion, and you are about to see why. So, during our main phase, we can send it and non-tuner synchro materials from our deck to the graveyard that total level equal 8, and we can summon Blackwing Dragon from our extra deck. Yeah, Blackwing Fusion. And what's interesting is, Chain Link 1, we can activate Black Feather Whirlwind. When a Dark Synchro is special summoned in the extra deck, can target a black wing monster or a black feather dragon with lower attack that is banished or in the graveyard, special summon it. And then, as well, we can go ahead and banish Shamal because a black winged dragon is special summoned to add this to our hand. And then we will go ahead and revive with Black Whirlwind. We will take 700 from the Shamal. And then this will get revived back. But here's a fun fact about this card. It's not a hard once per turn, so we're going to go ahead and bounce it for Zephyros and take 400 damage. And we'll just go ahead and activate it again since nothing's stopping us. Then we will synchro these two into a brand new synchro tuner called Borea's The Evil Wind. Now, Burrito has a really cool effect that when it's synchro summoned, you can send any Blackwing from your deck to the graveyard to change its level to what you send. But let's not forget, Feather is also going to trigger to revive the Zephyros. And we will send a level 1 Blackwing from our deck to the graveyard. Now, I will just say right now, in the more complicated combo, we send Vayu. But right now, like I said, we are making a 0 Garnet deck. So we will send Orochi, which is already a good card in the deck. Because it's just a way to special summon birds, which is very helpful. Now, we control a level 1 tuner and a level 8 Dark Dragon Synchro monster. So guess what we can make? We can go ahead and make Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. That's fun. And in addition, we can go ahead and overlay these two into a Dark Rank 8. But we could also do some level 6 Dark Synchros, but I don't think that matters too much. So we will go ahead and make Evil Swarm Nightmare. And then, finally, we can go ahead and banish these two, a Tuner Synchro and Blackwing Dragon, to special summon the new cover card of that set, Blackwinged Assault Dragon. Now, this is one of the most interesting Synchro monsters, honestly, ever. So, not only can it be Synchro summoned with these materials, a Tuner Synchro and a non-Tuner monster, but you can also special summon it from your extra deck by banishing a Tuner Synchro monster and Blackwinged Dragon from either the field or graveyard. And what's interesting about that is it doesn't care about the level of these cards because it's like a pseudo-synchro summon, but it doesn't care about the levels at all. So you can just dump these two in the graveyard for free and just go ahead and special summon this. Now, let's check what we have. this card is pretty cool. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, you put a black feather counter on it, and it inflicts 700. But that's not where it gets interesting. If it has 4 more of these black counters, you contribute it to blow up your opponent's entire board. Next, we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which we all know what this does by now. We have Evil Swarm Nightmare, which is a double Book of Moon. And then finally, we added this card to our hand. And what this card does is, we can send it from our hand to the field to the graveyard to target a face-up monster our opponent controls, send a black-winged dragon or black-winged synchro monster from the extra deck to the graveyard, then reduce that monster's attack by 700, and then negate its effects. But even more importantly, it's a quick effect if we control a dark synchro monster like this one, or this one. So, with this basically 2-card setup, we have established a board nuke, double Book of Moon, effect veiler, and a targeting Omni Negate, which has the opportunity to negate cards such as Droplet and Dark Ruler. So, that's pretty impressive for a combo that consists of 0 Garnets, because this is just a going second card if you open it. So, that's pretty nice. But now that we got the very simple combo out of the way, let's go into the more complicated one. Now, for this more complicated one, the way you go about getting this set up is actually pretty easy. It's just we're adding Garnets to kind of increase the power level of this combo. But all you need is Simoon, the Poison Wind, and a Blackwing monster. And this is pretty nice because if you don't want to add all these Garnets, this is still a starter for that exact same combo. So we will go ahead and activate Simoon to banish the Blackwing from our hand, and we will go ahead and set Black Whirlwind to our field, and then it immediately normal summons itself, which allows us to search Illusionary Spark. And since we have a regular normal summon, we will use it. Chainlink 1, we will activate Black Whirlwind, and Chainlink 2, Spark. Spark will go ahead and search the Sandstorm, and then Black Whirlwind will go ahead and search Vata. Now we will activate Shamal, and we will go ahead and set the Black Feather Whirlwind from our deck, and then we can special summon Vata, and you know where this goes, except this time we're not sending the Hand Trap. We are instead sending Dust and Zephyros to accomplish this. And now, as we know, we get our Blackwing Dragon, and our Whirlwind will trigger to go ahead and revive Vata, and Sandstorm will go ahead and activate Dust to our hand. And with Zephyros, we will go ahead and bounce this to revive itself. So we have taken 400 and then 700, and I gotta remove 200 because I think I over-healed. Anyways, so now that we have this up, we will go ahead and synchro summon these two into Burritos, which we get to revive the Vata, and this time we are going to send Vayu. Then we can synchro these two into Old Reliable Abyss, and now we can activate Vayu by banishing it and Zephyros to go ahead and pseudo-synchro summon, which isn't really, the Rainstorm. Now this card, I believe is the only 5 you can make with Vayu, because the other one has to be synchro summoned. But we don't care, as long as it's just a level 5, and we will link these two into Wise Tricks, which will allow us to special summon a level 4 Dark Bird from our deck. So now we have these two, and then we will go ahead and special summon Dust from our hand, and we will target one of the level 4s to make this card a 6. And now we will go ahead and exi over these two for Force Tricks, which will allow us to attach to search any Blackwing, but the one we want to search, oh, it has to be a level 4 Blackwing, but the one we want to search is a way to special summon. So Borrow the Spear is a perfect example. We'll add it to our hand and then special summon it, and of course the Wise Tricks will trigger to go ahead and set a rank up. Next, we can go ahead and link these two off and to Rusty Bardish, And then we can synchro this level 6 non-tuner and this level 2 tuner into Borreload's Savage Dragon, which will go ahead and equip this. So now we have this. And remember, we haven't summoned anything not a dark. For main or X deck, for that matter. And then we will go ahead and activate Rusty to set this by sending this. We can go ahead and activate Shade Brigadine and overlay these two into Dark Rebellion. And then finally, we could go ahead and banish the boots to add a Fog Blade, which everyone's favorite. And then we can banish the Tuner, Synchro, and Blackwing Dragon to summon our brand new boss monster. And then set the Fog Blade. Now, what is this combo, you might ask? Well, we could activate the rank up spell pretty much immediately if we wanted to, but we could save it so Rusty gets a free pop as well. But with this, we have a pop, we have Dark Requiem, which is, what, I think 3 monster negates, which is nice. Savage Dragon Omni Negate, Fog Blade, a Field Nuke, and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And what's interesting about this one is because we have Fog Blade and the rank up, we have 2 different methods of dodging Droplet or Dark Ruler. Because if they go ahead and start their turn with Dark Ruler, we can chain Fog Blade to target any one of our monsters, then chain Abyss to negate it. And the same thing can go with Droplets. If they discard monsters and traps, well, discard monsters and spells, we can chain a trap and do it, and things like that. I think the only way is they have to discard a spell and not their main phase. Monsters and spells and not their main phase, and then they get you a Droplet. But if you do the math, they discard this, so they discard 4. They have used 4 cards, which, by the way, this will be destroyed and you take 1,000 damage. But then they haven't even dealt with the rank up, or the Fog Blade, or the Dark Requiem that's coming up. So, as you can see, you can create a lot of disruptions now with not very much. But yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Man, Blackwing's kind of looking nice. It's also really nice that they respect the synchro summoning a lot, because like prior to this support, like Blackwings could have just not summoned any synchros and it wouldn't have made a difference. But now that the synchros you're summoning actually matter, it's proven to be not quite nice. But yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master Interflex will take your soul.